Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out of here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the Drive-Thru, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, is deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pig Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look at who's on the show here for today. All right, with us today, we've got Chris Ruffolo, Tony Brown, Ninos, Alex Smart, James Clark, and we've got Shane Mickle, and here's how they're going to line up. Smart, Brown, Mickle, Ninos. No Millz Young, late scratch for Millz, then Ruffolo, Clark, and then I will close this one out. All right, Chris, I got to tell you, I was talking to somebody the other day, just amazing how these Rays are, in my mind, the most streakiest team I've seen in baseball. They can go on these losing streaks and these winning streaks, and it's amazing to me. They seem to have more winners than losers, but they look on a down note for sure right now.
Yeah, a team that can give up 13 runs to the Oakland A's the day before and then come back yesterday and rally to win a game 9-8. So it's if this is the up and down roller coaster that Rays fans are going to have to deal with this season, well, I guess buckle up and strap in. You're in there for 162 games.
Yeah, it's just a streaky team, no doubt. All right, good show lined up for today. We got NBA has the night off. They'll be back tomorrow. But we got a lot of content tonight with Major League Baseball and a huge NHL card. So let's get the show started. Let's welcome in Alex Smart. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place, where he does fine work. Let's see if we can get him in right now. Alex, how you doing today?
Good. We're going to do some baseball. We're going to concentrate on the Great White North, or a team from the Great White North, Toronto, and it's the New York Yankees. And Toronto's showing everybody early on, at least, if this continues, that this is one explosive offensive baseball team led by the up-and-coming superstar of the future, Vlad Guerrero Jr. And, sometimes when I look at this kid, he's built absolutely differently than his father. His father was like a tall, thin guy. This guy is short and stocky. But you know what? They hit balls feet above their heads and, 1 foot off the ground and everything else. So they're the same kind of batting style. But this Guerrero gives this Toronto team, this feel of explosiveness. And this kind of thing is like a virus, and it spreads through the lineup. I look for Toronto to continue to be explosive offensively this year, and maybe some records could be broken. We'll see. It's interesting. The Yankees maybe have not started out as offensively explosive as they have in the past, but we know the talent, and we know it's there and it's ready. It's a ticking time bomb. And with Guzman on the mound for Toronto this evening, I would not be surprised if the Yankees really tee off in a big way. He finished off last year on a bit of a down note. He started this season getting clobbered, and I think he's going to get clobbered tonight. That's just my opinion. I don't know how long he's going to last and what Toronto's bullpen will do from there, but we're going to get enough runs on the board, at least from a Yankees perspective. That's eclipse a number, and Luis Severino also is he started slowly this year, but he's done well against the Blue Jays in the past. But this Blue Jays lineup is something that maybe he may not contend with so well, especially the type of pitcher he is. They love fastballs, and they're going to clock off tonight. I really feel they are. I think you could make a first 5-inning bet on an over, but this is a total over all the way. I look at this game as fairly high scoring.
All right, Alex, this one, Yankees and Blue Jays over total of 8.5 runs in the Guzman Severino. All right, Chris, what say you in this one?
I think Guzman is actually going to be the X factor in this game, going over under the number. I lean towards the over as well. It's just a matter, like I said, which Guzman we're going to see. Are we going to see the Guzman that was really good for the San Francisco Giants last year, or the Guzman from 2017 and 2018 with the Baltimore Orioles, where he had a 9.27 and a 6.10 ERA in those two seasons against the Yankees? So I do lean towards the over there. I think the offense has finally woke up last night, and I think it carries over into tonight.
All right, Yankees and Blue Jays over a total of 8.5. This one will have a start time of 7 Eastern time over on MLB Network. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium here for today's action, showing great profit in the NBA. NBA with a night off, but man, we're getting ready here for a lot of NBA starting tomorrow with those final 2 play-ins, and then here we go with those 8 series on 4 on Saturday, 4 on Sunday. So lots going on today. A pretty good baseball card. We got a huge card here from NHL. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, we're looking at some NBA for the weekend. A lot of line movement, so I'm not going to put anything up for a little bit. Even some word on possible missing players, which I'm going to look at closer. Tonight we've got one money line selection. It comes from the Atlanta Braves, the defending champions, going against San Diego in their home opener. And let's bring home some cash here. It's a money line selection, close to 57% over a 300 selection run with my Major League Money on the line selections over the last couple seasons. So let's go, guys. Let's make some money. Join me tonight, and I'll see you this weekend for some big time NBA playoff action.
That's right, guys. Got a word here with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs. You can see numbers here. 323 units of profit NBA. That is all documented. Of course, you can visit Pick Dogs Premium, check out Alex's numbers there on his pick history. But tonight, MLB best bet of the day, a moneyline smash right now on the board. Good time to get on board with that. Of course, you can also get on board with Alex's long-term passes. He's got that 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. Now that 1 month all sports pass gets you 30 days of Alex's premium plays over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, that will cover you MLB here for 30 days. NHL here for 30 days. That will get you right into the first round of the playoffs. NBA, well, that'll get you into the second round of the playoffs, deep in that second round of the playoffs when you get that 1 month all sports pass. So a good time to get on board with that. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Alex, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you next week.
Have a great weekend, guys, with your basketball. Take care.
You got it. Alex Smart here on the drive through. Let's continue on here with the coverage here. Joined by Chris. Just a reminder, guys, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started with that morning show, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Mitch delivers his 7 picks in 5 minutes and follows it up at 10:05 with Mitch and Joe Madden with our sports betting pick show. A lot of topics there, industry news, picks. They talk about the line moves. They talk about public fades, public dogs as well. And, of course, the betting tools is also an active discussion there in that morning show. Of course, a lot of shows leading up to us now. We got the Puck and Crazy show, hockey show with Joe Madden. We have this hockey show with Goran and Ashley. Of course, Mitch has devoted a show now to his betting tools, delivering picks from the betting tools, leading up to us at 6 Eastern Time here with the drive-through Monday through Friday. And, of course, we always ask for help. Help us build our audience with those likes, Chris, those thumbs up. They really help us out.
For sure, Tony, they do. Because at the end of the day, I always say it, without your guys' support, the ones that watch our live shows, our videos, and leave the support, leave the comments, the thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel, Pick Dogs wouldn't have gotten as big as it is. Only to get bigger and better with your support. So keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in. We appreciate each and every one of them. And to show you guys how much we appreciate it, we'll do a like goal today. 150 likes. I've got a same-game parlay. You could also play the legs individually. It's a MLB home run prop, as well as a side in one of the games for tonight's action. But we need 150 likes to get there.
150 likes. Keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. Las Vegas, Nevada we go. And it's Tony Brown. Tony, what's happening? How's lunch? You're on mute, my man. You're on mute.
Sorry about that, guys. I was in the middle of lunch, and then you guys caught me faster than I was expecting. How you guys doing out there?
Doing great, doing great. All right, Tony, here we go. We're going into Major League Baseball here at 8 Eastern Time. As the Padres are home here to face the Braves. The Braves short favorites, total 7.5.
Yeah, the Braves are road favorites, and they're road favorites for a reason. Home field advantage has been nothing but it hasn't been an advantage at all for San Diego, especially in this series. The Braves are 6-0 their last 6 games in San Diego, and they've beaten the Padres 6 out of the last 7 times overall. So Atlanta totally on the road over here, and I think they get it done again tonight. Both of these teams are struggling to start the season. San Diego got off to a hot start, but they've lost the last 2 games in a row. And the Braves are still 1 game under 500, which is expected. It's still early or whatever. And both of their teams have lost their stars. San Diego has lost Tatis. He's going to be out. And Acuna's still not back for Atlanta. So with both teams playing now without their stars, you got to look at the role playing and the pitching. And I give both advantage to Atlanta. Morton was lights out in his first season with Atlanta, and he's picking up right where he left off. He's picked up the game 1 win, 6 strikeouts. He went 6 strong. And I just like Atlanta better. They're the World Series champs. They're the defending champs. And with San Diego hurting right now, I don't think home field advantage will be enough. Take the Braves on the road for the MLB free play tonight.
All right, Tony Brown says Braves minus 106 against the Padres. All right, Chris, Charlie Morton here on the mound, pretty steady competitor. Although Musgrove coming off a good year as well. Probably the only bright spot here for the Padres last year was Musgrove. But again, it's just looking difficult here with this Padres team, what they look like in San Francisco.
Yeah, for sure, and that's kind of why I was actually personally looking at the under here, because Atlanta wasn't, all that impressive. They are the defending champions, but I still had trouble getting both of these teams, to put out consistent performances to start the year. I could see a bit of a pitcher's duel here between Morton and Musgrove, so I'm looking at the under here.
All right, the under there. We got Tony Brown here, Atlanta Braves, minus 106 against the Padres. This one will have a start time, 8 Eastern time over on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Tony, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs. We're performing great work here in NHL. We see the numbers here, 1,818 units of profit. NHL all documented. A huge monster card today from the NHL. Good games here from baseball as well. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, it was no NBA today, so it was no problem. We took 3 of the NHL plays, 3 of the MLB plays, and we put them together. You can get a triple play from any of the leagues, the MLB triple play or the NHL triple play. If you really want to go big and break your bookie 6 times over, you can get my Super 6-pack and get them all. Like, we're really cashing big in hockey. The numbers speak for itself. And we already started off with a profit in baseball. Tonight will be no different. Grab one of those packages and break your bookie.
Yeah, break your boogie with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the numbers. They've been really impressive here from Tony, putting up great numbers in the NHL, all documented. That means you go over to Tony's profile page over at Pick Dogs Premium, go down to the pick history. You can see every play that he's posted. Lots of action today. MLB Thursday triple play for you. NHL three-way 3-play. Some 3-packs up there for you from both sports. Of course, Fire and Ice, Bookie Beatdown. Individual plays up there from Tony Brown. Really good plays. Long-term passes are available from Tony. He has that 3, 7, and 30-day all sports pass. You get all of his premium plays for that period of time. You select. When you go to his profile page, you make the purchase. But Tony, I know that VIP 1-year sports pass because you are doing this year-round, knocking down all the sports.
Yes, sir. The VIP 365 days of plays. You get every single play I release from every single sport with the playoffs and championship picks included. You only have to pay one low price one time. You got to stop buying per day and per play and per sport. Get everything all inclusive with the VIP All Sports Pass.
That's right, VIP All Sports Pass. 1 year, very good value there. It comes out to a little more than $100 a year, maybe about $110 a year when you do that. It's a great value there. Instead of buying these picks individually, it can add up. But if you just get that 1 year pass, you're in there with Tony Brown's premium plays. That amounts to less than a little bit more than $3 a day, right?
Yeah, about $3 a day, $100 a month, and that's cheaper than buying them individually. It's 162 baseball games. You'll play way more for that just for the baseball plays. Not to mention it's not going to last a year. This is going to roll right into the NFL season pass. It's going to roll right through the college basketball, college football. You'll get way more plays for the value of the money.
That's right, guys. 1 year All Sports Pass from Tony Brown. Pick it up right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. You got to add a second capper with that for 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Tony, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you. Well, let's see. Today's Thursday, so we hit that like goal. What happens?
You already know I'm going to send in the free play. I'd like to try to get on the video and give it myself, but Fridays are a little difficult for me. However, no matter what happens, if we hit that like goal, I'm sending in the free play, and we've been cashing them for like 3 or 4 weeks straight now.
All right, get on. All right, guys, keep an eye on Tony Brown. May make an appearance, may not, but we'll have his play in no matter what. All right, Tony, have yourself a great evening. Also, we can tune into you on the Puckin' Crazy Show. I know you're there with Joe Madden. And do you make some? I know it's tough out there in Vegas to do the weekend morning shows, right?
Yeah, but they're actually changing it now to 10 o'clock, which will be 10 o'clock my time. Last time there were 7 a.m. in the morning on my time. It was really difficult to make it. But now it's going to be 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 o'clock my time. I think I'm going to be able to make those shows and just extra money. My free picks are money. Like, people think free picks are whatever. The free picks are really what representative. Everybody's here for the free picks. If we give out free bad picks, like, why would they ever go look at the package? So I've been giving out free picks on the Puckin' Crazy Show, on this show, on the weekend show. These free picks are money. You guys better tune in.
Yeah, tune in, no doubt. We'll tune in at 10 o'clock there, Pacific, Tony Brown on the weekend show. All right, Tony, have yourself a great evening. Maybe talk, maybe not tomorrow.
Yeah, these guys are good with the free play, with the light goals. They've been hitting them week in and week out. We might have to raise it. We got a big audience. You guys want this free money? Let's get it together. But either way it goes, I'll be here tomorrow.
All right, Tony Brown on the drive. So have a great night. Tony Brown here on the drive. So let's continue on here with Chris. Chris, where do we sit with our like goal?
Well, Tony, we're a good chunk of the way. They're already at 26 likes. We got 67 people watching, so still some people to file in throughout the course of the show, but doesn't matter. We're going to work to get to our goal. We need your guys' thumbs up and those help with those likes, though, so that get those likes in Sooner you get them in, we can make sure we get you the 2 plays for tonight's action, an MLB side and an MLB home run prop.
Very good. Keep those likes coming in. Let's continue on here on the drive to. Let's welcome in Shane Mickle to the show. Shane, what's going on?
How's it going tonight, guys?
It's going great. How do you like Minnesota, those T-Wolves? What do you think about the celebration? You're from Minnesota, so you can speak. I mean, I know there was a lot of flack out there about that.
Yeah, I mean, I get why the national media is upset by it, but being a Minnesota sports fan, we've had year after year after year of losing, and last time we made it in was with Jimmy Butler. I mean, before that, it was like 17 years before. It's a young squad, a lot of emotion, and then also Cat had just lost his mom. It was like the day after was the anniversary of Cat losing his mom 2 years prior. So a lot of emotions. I have no issue with it. I mean, I don't know how long you want me to rant about this, but I saw a couple tweets about people were saying the college basketball, why can they celebrate? They didn't win a championship, and it was funny. There's one Minneapolis beat writer who's really a baseball beat writer who's really upset with it. And baseball is the team they're popping bottles after they win the division, win the wild card round. They pop bottles for anything. So I have no issue with it. I'm just happy to see the Wolves in the playoffs.
All right, Wolves in the playoffs, no doubt, against Memphis, so it should be an interesting series. All right, now we're going to look at another series here from the NBA, this one between the Nets and Celtics.
Yeah, I think there's too much value here with the Nets, getting the plus money. They were the 7th seed. But if they were healthy and had Kyrie for most of the season, this is a team that, it might be the second team with the Celtics and have the home court advantage. The big advantage here for the Celtics really has been their defense, but as of late, the defense hasn't been as strong for the Celtics team. And that's going to be a big issue going against this Nets offense with Kyrie. There's talk about Ben Simmons coming back. I think that might actually hurt the Nets' chances here if he does come back, so I'm kind of hoping he stays away. But I think with the Nets offense, and the Celtics defense is struggling, I think that the Nets win this series. It might go 6 or 7 games, but the Nets get one of those wins on the road, and I think they take this series at plus money.
All right, we got Shane here on the Nets here, the 7th seed here to take the series here against the Boston Celtics at plus 110. All right, Chris, what say you this one? We know Boston took a serious blow. People are starting to realize now how important Williams is to this Celtics team.
Yeah, it's the interior presence, and it's forced a lot of teams to sort of change their strategies. But I think they're willing to when they can see the amount of success they can have inside against this Celtics team. And I'm with Shane here. I think the Nets are one of the more live underdogs, if you can call it that, to win a series. I think they're one of the most likely low seeds to win. So I think Kevin Durant hit the nail on the head, though. He said if we weren't injured, we'd be a lot better than the 7th seed. You got to take it for what it is, but I do think they get the job done here.
All right, we got Shane here on the Nets to win best of 7 series against the Celtics. The return here is plus the 110. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. NBA on break today. They come back tomorrow, and they come back strong. The final 2 play-ins, of course, then we get into the round 1 of those 8 series in the round 1. Tonight we got a lot of NHL. We got still some baseball and primetime. What do you have going on over at the site?
I've got a few different options. Well, I guess one option for a package. It's my MLB 3-pack. I think the dogs are barking tonight, so that's got my 2 best underdog winners, and then a total winner, $39.99. And then also I have an NHL play, but I didn't throw that in the package. So if you want the NHL play, that's going to be something you need to hop on long term. But no better time, get that 1 month pass. You get NHL gearing up for the playoffs. The MLB is off of the first couple weeks, where there can be some issues with the lines and, getting a feel for it. But I'm going to be in full swing here in MLB. And then the NBA playoffs are in full swing. That's where I made my money last year, was the NBA playoffs. I plan on doing it again this year. So hop on that 1 month pass and let's make some money together.
That's right. Shane made a huge move in the playoffs here. We've got 2 months of playoff basketball. So get on board with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. Thursday night, 3 MLB 3-pack up there for you right now. Affordable pricing, just $40 for that 3-pack. Of course, the long-term pass is the way to go here with Shane. You can get on board with the 3, 7, or $30 sports pass. But he has mentioned here he has his NBA full season pass remainder of the playoffs here now available up at the site. That's about 2 months of playoff basketball. Remember, the NBA Finals begins June 2nd. Usually goes to the middle of June. So lots of action still from the NBA. You can get on board with Shane's NBA full season pass, remainder of the playoff pass as well. And of course, the long-term pass is the way to go. With the long-term pass, 3, 7, $30 sports pass, you can add a second capper with the 2-for-1 cap promotion. That's even greater value there. All right, Shane, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll talk with you next week. Will you be on the weekend shows this weekend?
Not on the weekend show. I'm getting dragged away from the house for the Easter break. But next weekend, I'm hoping to be back on the weekend show, and I'll definitely be back for the drive-through next Tuesday and Thursday. But even if I'm not on it, make sure to check it out. There's great handicappers at the round table. Plenty of winners to be given out. Some of the best in the world. So make sure to tune in that weekend show. I for sure will be.
All right, very good. Weekend shows at 10. All right, Shane, have yourself a great evening. We'll talk next week. Shane Mickle here on the drive-through. Shane Mickle here on the drive-through. We'll talk with him again next week. Let's continue on here with the show, joined by Chris. Chris, where do we sit now with our like goal?
I'm telling you, 49 likes, 81 people watching. So, as again, not at that point where I can say that if everyone was watching, we'd be able to hit our like goal if everyone clicked the thumbs up. But we're getting there. So get those likes in. Sooner you get the likes in, less work we have to do later on right now. But we're going to get you at least one MLB side and a home run prop from the same game that you could parlay them up and do one of the same game parlays on your book. But either way, we'll get you those plays tonight. But we need 150 likes to get there. We're currently at 51.
All right, let's continue on here with the drive-through. Al McMordie with the night off, filling in is little Al. El Ninos, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. All right, we're going to the NHL here with Al at 8 Eastern time as we have the Stars facing the Wild.
Yeah, it should be a pretty interesting matchup. Definitely one of the better matchups tonight. Wild coming into this one after beating the Oilers 5-1. Both teams playing well. The Stars coming off 1-0 win over the Lightning. Both teams have been playing their better hockey at home this season. But I still think, and also the Stars have also won the last two meetings between the two, but I still think Minnesota's the better team here with the much better offense. And I think they put up a better fight with Marc-Andre Fleury in that. Wedgwood did look good in that shutout against the Lightning, but that was his first shutout of the season, and he's allowed 3 goals or more in his last 8 starts, including 4 in each of his last 2 starts. So I think the Wild get to him tonight, and I think they get the job done for us. Getting a pretty good price for them for being on the road, and taking them on the money line. Should be a pretty close battle. I like the under better when I was expecting Oettinger in goal, but yeah, with Wedgwood, it's kind of tough for me to take the under here.
All right, we got El Ninos here at Wild minus 120 against the Stars. All right, Chris, Wild with a really good record this year, but just 1 over 500 on the road.
Yeah, but I mean, I was saying, it's hard to look at anything I think but the over here. I mean, these are two teams that were higher scoring teams earlier on in the year. The Wild now have been relying on defense to sort of get their wins, but you look at all 3 meetings this season have flown over the total, and I think we got a 4th game that goes well over the total here. I'm surprised. I saw this total, I think, was 6.5. I'm surprised it's not at 7. I like the over in this one.
All right, Chris, looking over. El Ninos here, Minnesota Wild minus 120 against the Dallas Stars. This one will have a start time 8 Eastern time. This is the one on ESPN. All right, Al, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium here for this action. Okay, it's right up your alley here. 12 games from the NHL this season. Big card here. Feature highlighted by this one you have a pick on on ESPN. We got some baseball in prime time. Rays go down. What do you have going on over the site?
And just real quick, that total is set at 6, and you're getting even money on the over too, so looking pretty good there. I do have a 3-pack in the NHL. I had 2 plays in the MLB, so I couldn't fit those into a 3-pack, but get one of the long-term passes if you want all my plays. And I do have a couple extra plays there in the NHL as well for everyone on the long-term passes. So grab one of those or pair me up with the other favorite capper for the 2-for-1 capper specials.
That's right, guys. Got on board with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. You've seen numbers in the NHL this year, 2,036 units of profit, all documented. You can visit Al's profile page at Pick Dogs. Go down to Pick History. You can see every play up there. Action tonight on the ice from El Ninos. He has a hat trick up there. He even has his alpha dog. Lots of action from the NHL. All over it here. El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also with an MLB Thursday Thriller. So again, instead of getting all these plays individually, you can also get his long-term passes, as we talked about here, 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. And of course, El also has end of the season passes available for your NBA playoffs as well as NHL playoffs if you go over to Pick Dogs and get signed up for it. So lots going on over at Pick Dogs. So get on board with El Ninos right now. You see the numbers have been doing great work here in the NHL this season. All right, Al, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you again tomorrow. But I know you also contribute to the Puck and Crazy show.
Yeah, couldn't make it today, unfortunately, but should be on again. I'll try to make it on tomorrow, but should be definitely on Sunday.
Very good. So you tune into El Ninos on the Puck and Crazy Show. All right, I'll have yourself a great evening. We'll talk with you tomorrow.
All right, have a good one, guys.
El Ninos here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here with Chris. And Chris, now where do we sit with our like goal?
So we're at 62 right now, 90 people watching. So guys, we still got some work to do to get those likes up to get to our goal of 150 to get the MLB plays for tonight. But like I said, we've done it before. So get those likes coming in. Like I said, you'll get one MLB side and MLB home run prop for tonight's action. You need 150 likes to get there, currently at 63.
Currently at 63. Keep those thumbs up coming in. Let's continue on here. Looks like Chris now front and center with his game. We're looking at this Tigers and Royals contest with the Royals' favorite, but you're going to be looking at this one a different way.
I've been sort of dabbling into the different markets that are becoming very quickly popular amongst different kinds of bettors, and one of them is, well, it's one of the funnier sounding ones. You got your Nerfy and Yerfy bets. What are those? You either go with runs in the first inning, obviously, yes or no. And one of the ones I think is more intriguing in tonight's card. I'm going to look at no runs in the first inning between the Detroit Tigers and the Kansas City Royals. Now, Zach Greinke was a Nerfy god last year. 26-6 record to the no in terms of runs in the first inning. Held opponents to a 222 batting average the first time through the order. And realistically, you look at the top half of Detroit's batting order, Greinke's pretty much owned that top half. I mean, you got Austin Meadows, 1 for 9 in his career against Greinke. Robbie Grossman, 2 for 14 against Zach Greinke. Jonathan Scope batting .300, but it's only been 3 at bats. The only 2 at bats, or the only 2 batters I think you could worry about, is Javier Baez and Heimer Candelario. Well, Baez looking like he's day to day right now, and Candelario has absolutely struggled to start the year. So I think the Royals could get out scot-free there. And you look at the Tigers. Well, Casey Mize, this is a guy that tends to have a high ERA, but he did go 23-8 to the no in terms of runs in the first inning last year. And, I mean, this is a spot where I think Mize could have some success. Some of the better hitters on the Royals, like Whit Merrifield, only batting .200 against Mize. Andrew Benintendi, .333, but it's only over a course of 9 at-bats. And Carlos Santana, just 1 for 13 in his career against Mize. You have 2 strong pitchers for their respective rotations that get off to hot starts more often than not in their turns in the rotation. I got to go with the Royals and Tigers not to score in the first inning.
All right, from Chris here, Tigers, Royals, no runs first inning at -110. Yeah, you're looking at this here with Greinke. Greinke's a pitcher that I followed throughout much of his career. He was spent time in L.A. And one thing I noticed, he's very good early, but, man, they get to him late. He tends to give up home runs. And we've seen the velocity dip as well with Greinke over the years, enough to let Houston let him walk.
Yeah, and I believe the same thing with with Arizona and the Dodgers as well. They've eventually just, I don't want to say they've gotten sick of the act, but I mean maybe that's the only way I can describe it. They're just tired of the same old song and dance, and I don't know if the Royals are in the position to be able to be sick of it. But I'm with you, Tony. I think Greinke is a starter that he does start well, and then he sort of tails off over the course of the game, over the course of the season. I think tonight, like I said, the Tigers really inconsistent to start the season. They had their ups and downs, but I think we're in for a scoreless first inning here. I think we can make some money off of it tonight.
Yeah, I think the last team he'll play on will be the Rays. Part of it, he'll be an opener. I think that'll be his final year in base. His final few years in baseball will be a Ray. Tigers, Royals, no runs first inning at -110. This one will have a start time, 8 Eastern time, MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight. Well, we got some baseball in prime time and a huge NHL card, 12 games on the ice. What do you have going on over at the site?
That's why I kept it simple tonight. I got my Thursday triple play for MLB action. 3 plays for tonight that I really, really like. I think we can make some money with heading into the weekend. We always talk about long term. 3 days, 7 day, 30 day. You could go with me solo or pair me up with someone else, part of the 2-for-1 capper deal. 3 days will now get you, the first day of the NBA playoffs into Sunday. The week will get you the first real full week of the NBA playoffs. Maybe some NHL action thrown in there, as well as lots of baseball. Month will get you into the NHL playoffs as well. And the year, well, that'll get you basically full seasons of all the major sports for just around $100 a month. So tons of great value if you're looking to make it a long-term investment. I can't really stress that enough, that it's probably in your best interest to at least give it a look. We still got the season pass for MLB, and I've got my NBA playoff pass in there as well. Looking to finish strong, and I think we have a good chance of doing that. But only way we can make money together is if you go over to Pick Dogs Premium and check it out.
All right, guys, got on board with Chris Ruffolo over at Pick Dogs Premium. Thursday triple play tonight is 3 best bets from MLB action in one place. Also, the long-term pass is the way to go. As Chris was talking about, the 3, 7, and 30 sports pass. Of course, he does have his Grand Slam 2022 MLB season pass, and of course that posterized pass from the NBA, his playoff postseason pass right now, a very affordable price of just $249 for Chris's plays from the NBA playoffs. That's 2 months of action, right? The finals start on June 2nd. We should finish the NBA season middle of June, so 2 months of plays here from Chris in the NBA playoffs. So get on board with that right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's continue on here with the show, joined by Chris. And now where do we sit now with the likes?
I'm talking about 79 likes right now. You need 150 to get to our like goal. We're at 113 people watching. So if there's 71 of you in here that haven't hit the like button, I implore you, do so. It doesn't cost you a cent. It helps us out a ton. It'll help you get some money tonight. Like I said, we're going to give you 2 bonus plays. You're going to get an MLB side and an MLB home run prop. So keep those likes coming in. We need about 70 more.
Let's keep those likes coming in. Let's welcome James Clark to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs. James, how you doing?
Pretty good. How y'all tonight, guys?
Doing great. All right, tonight to 7 Eastern Time, MLB Network has the Yankees facing the Blue Jays. The Yankees favored up to $1.32. Total sits here at 8.5, but you're looking at this one a different way.
Yeah, guys. A lot of people ask yesterday about a home run prop. Well, I got you one tonight, guys, that I really like. I like George Springer tonight to hit a home run. He's hit 2 home runs in his last 5 games, but he's also hit 3 home runs in the Blue Jays' last 5 away games. So he's hit 2 so far this season, like you said, in the last 5 games, but he also has hit 3 in the Blue Jays' last 5 away games. Here they are at Yankee Stadium. I look for a lot of offense tonight, too. I just see George getting us a home run tonight, guys. And it's cash to take. I've shop around to get your best number, because I've seen this from plus 330, plus 360, all the way to plus 400. So shop around, and get your best odds on here. But this is a play that I really like tonight, that I'm hammering myself, guys. It's George Springer to hit us a home run tonight, guys.
All right, we got James here on George Springer to hit a home run. Look at this return, plus 370. All right, Chris looks pretty good here on Springer. Of course, with these Blue Jays, man, they can belt them.
Yeah, that they can. I think my only concern with that with Springer, though, is that he has had issues with Luis Severino in the past. 1 for 13 in his career. He did get an extra base hit, but keep in mind also that was with Severino when he was at his healthiest, and I think Severino still has a lot of work to do to get back into the full health column. We may see a pitch count, but I think there is a prime spot for Springer to maybe get a home run tonight.
Yeah, he and again, Severino through Tommy John surgery, just pitched 6 innings last year. It's been a while since we've seen him on the mound here. But we got James here on George Springer to hit a home run at plus 370. This one has a start time 7 Eastern Time on MLB Network. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. We're performing again well in the NBA. Of course, the NBA on the night off. Tomorrow we got those 2 final play-in games. And of course, then we get right into the first round of the NBA playoffs, those 8 series are beginning this weekend, 4 on Saturday, 4 on Sunday. Of course, we got action night on the Diamond. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, guys, I got a 3-pack, 3 MLB plays that I really like. Coming off a winning night yesterday, looking to keep it rolling. Go tonight 3-0 with these 3 MLB plays that I really love, guys. After we go 3-0, upgrade 3-7 or 30 days. Or like I say all the time, guys, when I'm on the show, we got the best cappers in the world, and we do by far. So team me up with any of them, and we'll put some money in your pockets, fellas.
Yeah, James Clark will put money in your pockets. Indeed, get on board with James Clark over at Pick Dogs Premium. See numbers 848 units of profit in the NBA. That is all documented. You can visit James's profile page over at Pick Dogs. Scroll down to Pick History. Everything is there listed. Of course, tonight James has action. He's talked about it. He has a 3-pack here. His Money Stack winners from MLB. Affordable pricing, $45. Of course, we talk about those long-term passes. James has them up there. Get on board with James's long-term pass, 3, 7, $30 sports pass. We get all those plays for that period of time. You select when you go to this profile page, make that purchase. with a 2-for-1 capper promotion. You can match them up with another capper. You can match them up with El Ninos, with Tony Brown, with Chris, with Shane. The 2-for-1 capper promotion is your best value over at Pick Dogs. All right, James, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you a little bit later on the recap.
All right, Tony. Appreciate you having me on the show, buddy, and see y'all here in a little bit, guys.
See you in a little bit here. James Clark here on the drive, too. Let's continue on here with Chris. And now, Chris, where do we sit here with our light goal? You're on mute, Chris. Let's see. He's checking around. So let's see if he is still no sound from Chris Ruffolo. We want to get that light goal update as I will. Let's see. Maybe he may have to sign off, sign in. Let's see if he can find it. Yep, looks like he is going to sign off and sign in. Let me go ahead and put my game information up for you folks. Here, we're going to be going here to this Rangers and Angel game. You back, Chris?
Are we good?
We're good. We're good.
Okay, we're good. 98 likes right now. 125 people watching. Sorry, I was talking, but I was like, that's weird because my mic decided to crap out on me, but it always does that at the worst possible time. 98 likes right now. 126 people watching. So, guys, I can't stress this enough. We only need 50 more likes to get to our goal. If there's 50 of those 128 people that are watching that haven't hit that like button, do so. We'll get you some free MLB plays for tonight. We'll get you a side and a home run prop. You can parlay them up in a same game parlay. Make plus 500 right now. But, guys, we need about 45 more likes to get there.
45 more likes. Keep those likes coming in. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Yours truly with the play here. We're going to this Ranger game facing the Angels. The Angels $1.50 on the road. Total sits here at 8.5. And I'm going to be on the underdog side here. I'm going to take the Texas Rangers here at the plus price here. We're going to get plus 129, 130. Do your shop and get the best price you can possibly get. And we know Shohei Ohtani will get the start here for the Angels. He's put up some great numbers. Went 4 2/3 innings in his opener here against the Astros. But again, you know, with limited spring training, you may not see Ohtani go very deep in this game. We'll get to that in just a second here. Dane Dunning, the starter for the Rangers. You look at his numbers, and they've been rather poor. But if you look at his home numbers, he's actually pitched better at home in that pitcher's park in Texas. Remember, since they went in that new stadium, it really aged the pitchers now. And we did see a bit of a strikeout rate dip a little bit. But at home, I prefer Dunning in this spot. He did open the 2022 facing Toronto. Gave up three earned runs, 2 walks in 5 innings here. But again, career-wise, Dunning has an ERA 3 runs lower in his home ballpark. And we do understand here the Rangers have some issues hitting, but the Angels are hitting only .216 as a team as well. So both teams aren't hitting as well right now. But the biggest issue I have here is the Angels. Their bullpen has been very poor. For that reason, I'm going to take the plus money here, Chris, with the Rangers at plus 129.
Yeah, Tony, I'm leaning the way of the under. I think in this one, like you said, Ohtani actually, he's a very good pitcher. We just got to see how long it'll be before he can really go deep into games. And Dane Dunning tends to, pitch well at home. I think he had a 3.09 ERA at home last year. I could be wrong with those numbers, but I know it was very good. It was close to 3. And like you said, in a pitcher's ballpark, you got to think that Angels lineup that's really yet to get going, and a Rangers team that has had their hiccups as well. I think it could be a lower scoring game. Definitely there is some value potentially with the Rangers here, but I got to go with the under.
All right, Chris, looking under. I'm looking Rangers plus 129 against the Angels. This one will have a start time of 8 Eastern time over on MLB Extra Innings channel. Hey, guys, I have a 3-pack right now over at Pick Dogs, a premium with my 3 best plays from MLB, so get on board with that. Also part of the 2-for-1 cap promotion, so you can match me up with Chris, with James Clark, with Al Ninos, Big Al McMordie, of course, Shane Mickle, Alex Smart, all crew there at Pick Dogs Premium. 2-for-1 cap promotion is your great best value over at Pick Dogs Premium, so get on board. All right, let's continue on here with the show. We're joined by Chris. Now, Chris, where do we sit here with our light goal?
We're slowly running out of time. We need 35 more likes, 120 people watching. So, guys, we're running out of time. Like I said, if you haven't hit the like button, doesn't cost you a cent. We'll get you 2 MLB bonus plays for tonight, a side and a home run prop from same game parlay. Like I said, if you parlay those up, you can make plus 500 tonight with that one parlay alone. So, guys, get those likes in. We need about 31 more.
31 more likes, guys. Just keep them coming in. Let's continue on here with the drive-thru. Now it's time for our recap. So let's go ahead and bring up the plays here. James Clark will join us in this segment. We got started here with Alex Smart. Alex said the Yankees, Blue Jays over 8.5 runs. Tony Brown says take the Braves minus 106 against the Padres. Shane Mickle, Nets plus 110 to win the best of 7 series against the Celtics. El Nino says Wild minus 120 against the Stars. Chris says take the Tigers, Royals, no runs first inning at minus 110. James Clark was on George Springer to hit a home run at plus 370. Yours truly on the Rangers plus 129 here against the Angels. Okay, we'll start here with Chris. Chris, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Well, I've got to go with Shane and take the Brooklyn Nets to win the series against the Celtics. I think no Williams probably going to be the difference here for Boston, who had a nice run over the course of the second half of the season. But, playoffs are where you need your best guys. And if he's not there, I think the Nets take it.
All right, he looks at the Nets in this one. All right, let's go over to James. James, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I had to go with Tony Brown here with the Braves. The Braves seem like, they just had Padres' numbers here late. I think they keep it rolling here and get us another W.
Yeah, I'm going to agree there as well. I'm going to look at Tony Brown's selection there with the Braves, lay the minus 106 here against the San Diego Padres. All right, let's take one more shot here. Chris, where do we sit now with our like goal?
It's at 130. We're at 131 right now, so we need about 19 more likes.
19 more likes. We're a little falling short here of that like goal. We do have a few extra minutes here before we sign off. So anything here, we'll look here at. We did talk a little bit about this big NHL card here for tonight. There's 12 games up here. Of course, anything really catch your eye?
You know what? There were a couple games. Most notably, probably the game that I gave out in the parlay video with myself and Joe Madden. I do like the over between the St. Louis Blues and the Buffalo Sabres. St. Louis 8-1 in their last 9 games, and they've scored 4 goals in each of those 9 games. So it's probably the reason why they're having a lot of success. And last time I checked, you got to score more goals than the other team to win a hockey game. So that's probably a nice piece that you could throw in there. But the Sabres, don't sleep on the Sabres team. They're out of the playoffs, sure, but they've been stepping it up against pretty solid competition as of late. And I think even if you get 2 goals from the Sabres here, I think that's enough to get you over the 6.5.
That's right. No NBA tonight, but I'll share this with you guys. The Mills did send in a pick, and I'll give it to you here on the recap. He likes the Jazz and Mavericks. It's a little juicy, though. He likes the Jazz and Mavericks to go over 5.5 games, so this series to end in 6 or 7 games. The return minus 170, 65. Chris, what do you think about that?
You know what? That was a series that I looked at, and I thought 7 games before the injury to Luka Doncic, because realistically, how long was that the projected matchup between those two at 4 and 5? I mean, I know the Denver Nuggets were sort of in and out of that, but really, I seen that matchup for a couple of weeks, and I always thought that was going to be a 7-game series.
Yep. And your thoughts, James, on this one with this Jazz Mavs finishing in 6 or 7?
The big thing is about Luka. If Luka don't play, I think the Jazz sweep them. If Luka plays, I see us going, it probably will go 7 games. I know it's hard to lean on one player for that much, but Luka's a talented player, one of the best players in the NBA, and if the Mavs don't have him, I think they get swept.
Yeah, anything you should look at. I kind of looked at the early in this week. I took a ticket on the Warriors to win the Western Conference at plus 450. My thinking was with the Warriors is that they can get past their first 2 rounds. Of course, they get past their first round, they get Memphis in the second round. I think their experience carries, and then you're sitting at plus 425 if we get a Phoenix and Warriors Western Conference final. What do you think about that, Chris?
I think it's going to be about Stephen Curry getting back into the lineup. I know it was saying mid-April for a projection for Curry to come back. I think he's the X factor of Golden State's success. I hate to sound like Captain Obvious. I mean, I know this is a talented team still with guys like Draymond Green and Klay Thompson, but we saw the Warriors struggle with Thompson and Green in the lineup and with no Curry. And I think that if you can get Stephen Curry back in, that's the Warriors' best chance at winning. The thing with the Grizzlies is that they're still a young team, so they may have to do that whole, what's that old adage, you got to lose before you know how to win. I think that may be the downfall of the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, of course, the word is Curry is going to practice. I guess he's on course here to play here on Saturday. They do start their series on Saturday. Your thoughts here, James, here with the Warriors to win the Western Conference at plus 450. If they get past their 2 rounds, you're looking at possibly Phoenix and Golden State Western Conference Finals, sitting with a plus 450 or 425 ticket. What's your thoughts there?
I do like the Warriors, to go deep into it. I see them, like making it to the Western Conference Finals. But I'll tell you one thing I like to put in that I have betted is the finals we've seen last year, Milwaukee and the Suns. I see it again. I see the Suns heading back to the finals or trying to finish what they done. And it's Milwaukee team, man. They've played good all season. I don't see nobody on the East stopping them. I see Brooklyn. Brooklyn ain't gonna stop them. I just don't see nobody stopping Milwaukee making it. So it was plus 670 when I seen it for that matchup in the finals. So I really like that matchup too, guys.
Yeah, it looks like a really. Yeah, I thought that too. I thought the Suns and Bucks looked to me like they could get in there too, especially with the Bucks' health. They've been pretty healthy. Boston took a hit. Of course, the team that's. Of course, we know that the Raptors. It's going to be all defense for them. That will carry maybe one round, but in the second round, they could fall short because, again, they don't have that really big off. They don't have that explosive offense. It's just tough in the way the NBA, Chris, is these days to just try to defense your way all the way to the top.
I was going to say I was going to take a little bit of umbrage. I was going to take a little bit of umbrage with what you guys were saying about my Raptors, but you're right. I know defense can only get you so far, but I don't know. Maybe I'm a homer saying this. It just feels like there's something a little bit different about this Raptors team. Like, this is a team with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. Everybody's right. I heard, I think, a certain famous sports personality say that the Sixers were pretty much just going to bully their way past the Raptors. I don't see it in the first round. I know, Tony, you've said in the past that the Sixers and the Raptors are probably the worst matchup for the Sixers. I think that Heat series is going to dictate how far this team goes. If Toronto can get past that, we've seen this Toronto team get past Milwaukee in the past. I'm not saying they would. I'm just saying they can give them a little bit more hell than a lot of people I think would give them credit for.
You think that, James, the defense for Toronto can get some of these teams off their game? They can pull some upsets?
Yeah, I do. The only thing I think it hurts Toronto is they don't have a superstar. I mean, late in the games, they're getting buckets. Embiid's going to get buckets. But, Toronto here in this first series against the Sixers, I think it's another series that may go 7 games here. Toronto matches, they're faster. I know they're going to try to play bully ball, 76ers, but I swear with the length and the just up and down that the trying to think of the word athletic ability that the Raptors have. I think they hang right in there with the Sixers and with all the other teams. Like I said, what's going to hurt them late in the fourth quarter when you need that one bucket by that one play? Who do you go to? I know you got Van Fleet and Siakam, but I mean, are they really that superstars? If they are, they'll have to show it. If they can knock it down, this team is they could get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, they could also, too, with Harden, Chris. If Harden is asked to make shots and he tries to make shots and he loses that confidence, we've seen him in the playoffs really falter.
Yeah, I think that if the Sixers are going to win that series or do anything, and I know this may be a bit of a controversial statement, I think you have to go full Joel Embiid as your top-tier option, and Harden has to sort of try to play second fiddle, at least a little bit more than you think he would. I know Embiid was saying, oh, well, we're going to be a dynamic duo and this. But Tony, like you just said, James Harden sometimes has a tendency to lose confidence in his shot. And how many times have we seen him over the course of regular seasons, certain playoffs, where he shot, 4 of 18, and all of a sudden, if he makes 3 or 4 more of those baskets that he missed, it's a completely different game, and his team usually wins that game. So Embiid has proved to be a game changer. He's the leading scorer in the NBA for a reason. He's a cheat code, unfortunately. That's the only way I can describe him.
All right, last call for likes, Chris. Where do we sit?
I'll tell you, we're at, let me see here. We were at 144. Well, so
we missed it. Well, we gave you guys enough time.
Yeah.
We gave you guys enough time. You didn't. All right, so that'll do it for this edition of The Drive-Thru. We'll be back again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll have 8 cappers booked on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the games in prime time. Don't forget, it all gets started with that morning show at 10 a.m. Eastern time. You got Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes, and then 10:05, Joe Madden joins Mitch with their sports betting show. Sports betting pick show, you've got free picks, you got line moves, you got public fades. Of course, they also talk about betting tools and whatnot. I know, Chris, you're going to give them one last look. I know. And no.
I'm trying. I'm like willing. We're at 148 right now, so we are just on. We're on the cusp.
We're right on the cusp.
Two more. If there's two more people that haven't hit the like button, oh man,
Chris is sitting on some pretty hot picks here. You know what I mean? Chris is,
Lord. Let me see. Hold on.
Do we go to the closing shot? That's what we're going to say here.
149.
149. Do we get that last one?
You guys are
man.
like this is. If I don't have gray hair by the end of this show, I'm gonna take. There we go. 150.
We got to 150. We got to our 150. All right, Chris, give them the picks.
I swear, man. This show and then doing that like goal is gonna put years on my life. Anyways, the like goal, the plays we're gonna go for tonight. Well, the first play we're gonna go with the side, and we're gonna take the Colorado Rockies on the money line against the Chicago Cubs. Look. The Chicago Cubs have played well to start the year. There's no denying that. But Justin Steele is not the guy that I want to have leading my team on the road, going into Colorado, into Coors Field, and trying to win my team a baseball game. It's going to be his first time pitching at Coors Field, so there's going to be a bit of a learning curve, I think, for Steele in this one. And simply put, I think the Colorado Rockies, just the team playing better baseball right now, and we're used to seeing these hot starts from the Colorado Rockies before they sort of fizzle out later on in the season. Chicago due for regression here. I got the Colorado Rockies, and I said it was the same game parlay. So the same game parlay that we're looking at for the home run prop, I'm going to take CJ Cron to hit a home run, plus 325, plus 330, do your shopping. Last year, the aforementioned Justin Steele, 2.2 home runs per 9 innings and a 26.8 home run to fastball ratio versus right-handed hitters. You know, I don't really see any reason here to stay away from Cron. You know, he did only have 8 of his home runs last year against left-handed pitching, but Cron had a 44.9% fly ball rate, 33.7% hard contact rate against lefties. I think there's some great value at CJ Cron tonight to hit a home run at plus 330. So those are going to be your same game parlay. CJ Cron to hit a home run at plus 330. The Colorado Rockies to win on the money line. Play them together. Play them individually. We're going to make you some money tonight.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Thanks to the crew out there in our chat room to get those likes, those thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. We'll be back in tomorrow live at 6 Eastern time with a drive. So let's bring in our crew for tonight. We have good night to everyone. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow live at 6 p.m.